Let us look at how to convert degrees to radian, at the same time radian to degrees. So it is actually very simple and straightforward. One thing we need to understand is that if you look at the quadrant that we have, the xy plane that we have. So here is the xy plane. We do know that from this point here to this point it is 90. If I reach here, that is 180. If I reach here, 270. If I reach there, 360. So this is a full circle. Okay, so this full circle, it is 360 degrees. So 360 degrees, it is equivalent to 2 pi rad. Okay, so in 360 degrees we have got 2 pi rad. But at the same time, I want you guys to understand that I can divide both sides here by 2, even here by 2. So 2 into 360 is 180 degrees, is equal to pi rad, because 2 and 2 will go here. That would mean to say from this point here all the way to this point, it is 180, which is actually pi. It's the same, right? Yeah. So what happens now is very simple and straightforward. So what we're going to do now is this. If at all I have been given maybe I want to convert let's say maybe 210 degrees into rad. Okay, so you can either use this conversion to say in 180 degrees, you can either use 360, but in most cases we use the smallest one, which is this one. So you say in 180 degrees we have got pi rad, because you want this to be in rad. So then I'll say in 210 degrees, how many rads do we have? So I'll put x. If we are to cross multiply, we are going to have 180 degrees x is equal to 210 degrees times pi rad. So I can divide both sides by 180, even here by 180 degrees. So now the units degrees and degrees will cancel, and I'll end up having, so in short, this will cancel out, then degrees and degrees will cancel. Now 0 and 0 can go here. Now I've got 21 divided by 18, and I definitely know that there is a number which can go into 21 and 18, which is actually 3. So 3 into 21 is 7. So I've got pi. Just ignore this because we already know that at the moment there is pi, it is rad. Then divide this. 8 into or 3 into 18 is 6. So then I've converted this from degrees to rad. But the simplest way, this is just a very long method, but the simplest way is just to use dimension analysis. Just set the units in such a way that they should cancel each other. So for example, we are saying that 210 degrees, just do this. Okay, so you are going to put 180 here and put pi there. The goal is to cancel the units. Okay, so 0 and 0 will go, then 3 into 21 7. 7 times pi is 7 pi. 3 into 18 is 6. Then this is the answer. Again, if I want to convert from degrees to, for example, let's say we want to convert this 7 pi divided by 6, you just do the opposite of what we did. You are setting the units in such a way that they should cancel each other. So pi divided by 180. So pi and pi will cancel. 3 here 1, 3 into 18 3, then 0 0. So 7 times 30, that is 210. And that's the answer. So that's how simple this is. Now, based on this information, guys, let us go ahead and now look at how we can solve these questions. So the first question that I have goes like this. Without using a calculator, change each of the following angles in degrees to measure, or in degrees to radian measure. The second one, without using a calculator, change the following angles to degrees, or angles to degrees. So let's start with the first one. Okay, so how can we change? We have got 420, so that 420 will be like this: 420 degrees. Set the unit in a such a way that they should cancel each other. Put this, then it will be 180. So if you are changing from degrees to radian, 180 will be on the denominator and pi will be on top. So that the degrees and degrees should cancel. 0 and 0 will go. Okay, now let us look at the number that can go into um, these guys. Yeah, let us look at the number that can go into these guys. um, the first number, I think we can look at 6, right? So 6 into 42, it is actually 7. So 7 times pi, it is 7 pi. Divided 6 into 18, it is 3. So this is my answer. 570 is the same thing. 570 degrees. You do times, put 180 here and put pi there. The degrees and degrees will go, cancel the 0. Now you have got 57 divided by, so you have got 57 pi divided by 18. A number that can go into these numbers, I think 3. So 57 divided by 3, it is actually 19. So this gives me 19 pi divided by that is going to be 3, because 3 into 18, it is 6. 3 into 18 is 6, and this becomes my answer. Okay, now I'm going to solve one for negative and I'll leave one for you guys for the sake of practice. So we have negative 45 degrees. It's the same thing. Put 180 down and pi on top. So what I'm doing here, when I come for converting from rad to degrees, is going to be the opposite. Pi will be on the denominator, 180 will be on the top. So degrees and degrees will go. A number that can go into, that is 45. 45 into 45 is 1, so it will be negative pi over 45 into 180 is 4. So this becomes my answer. Go ahead and answer part D, and I'll be waiting for the answer. So when you're putting the answer, you have to put it part D, then you tell me the answer. Okay, now let us jump into the opposite of what we're from doing. Without using a calculator, change each of the following angles to degree measure. So it's the same thing. We have got 4 pi divided by 3. So you are now the opposite of what we are doing. Pi will be on the denominator, 180 will be on top. So pi and pi can cancel out. Then 3 here, 1, 3 into 18, it is 6. So now we have got 3 into 0, 60. So 60 times 4, what is 60 times 4? So 4 times 60, that is 240. So my 240 degrees is my answer in this case. So part B, we have pi divided by 12. Again, you do the same. Put 12 here. You put pi down and you put 180 here. So pi and pi will cancel. So you say now 180 divided by 12. What are we going to have? It's actually 15. So it will be 15 degrees. Okay. Then look at part D, part C, sorry, which is negative 11 pi divided by 4 times pi should be down because now we are changing this. So pi and pi will go. Then 4 here, 1, 4 into 18, 4 into 16 is 4. So then remainder 2, 4 into 20, that is 5. So it's 45. 45 times 11. Okay, so 45 times 11 is 495, right? Yeah, So it will be negative 495 degrees. That becomes my answer. Now guys, go ahead and look at part um, go ahead and look at the last one and tell me what you are going to find. So which is D. So you are finding D, this D and also this D. But when you are reporting the answer, I want you to assume that this is question 2 and this is question 3. So you say question 2D, then type the answer, and question 3D, then type the answer. Then I'll be able to know which question you are solving. Okay, so this is what you're supposed to know when it comes for measuring the angles.